Hey, Cowboys Nation! Today, we're diving into some of the most critical elements shaping America's team. As we enter the final stretch of this season, while the standings may not be in our favor, the focus for these remaining games isn't just about chasing wins or losses, it's about evaluating talent, experimenting with lineups, and giving younger players meaningful opportunities to grow into foundational roles. For the seasons to come, even though the playoff picture is slim, these final contests serve as a laboratory for the coaching staff, a chance to see how players respond under real game conditions, and a way to understand what the future of this team might look like. This is where effort, intelligence, and adaptability on the field become just as important as the scoreboard itself, as every snap can reveal critical insights about both individual potential and team dynamics, starting with the wide receiver cores. Ryan Fennoy immediately stands out as someone deserving more attention, positioned as the third receiver on the depth chart. Fennoy has consistently demonstrated the ability to make plays when the ball is in his hands. He's shown flashes of agility, awareness, and reliability that suggest he could be a key contributor in the near future. Allowing him to take on a larger role in these remaining matchups not only tests his readiness, but also provides the coaching staff with a clearer understanding of how he fits into the offensive scheme long-term. When comparing Fennoy to other players like Jonathan Mingo or Kevontae Turpin, his ability to stay disciplined, run precise routes, and make contested catches becomes even more apparent by giving him additional snaps, integrating him more fully into the passing game, and observing his performance in live scenarios. The Cowboys can make better informed decisions about how to structure their receiving cores moving forward. This approach is not just about the present games, it's a strategic evaluation that will influence roster decisions, off-season priorities, and the overall balance of youth and veteran presence in the passing attack. Moving over to the linebacker group, the challenges and opportunities are very different, but equally significant. This season has highlighted inconsistencies and depth concerns, which means the next few games are a prime opportunity to evaluate younger talent in meaningful situations. Players like Shamar James and Maris Leaf have shown glimpses of potential and athleticism that could shape the defensive identity in the coming years. While veterans like Demarion Overshield continue to contribute, the rest of the linebacker unit presents an open question mark, and redistributing snaps could uncover the capabilities of these rising stars. James, who has had limited game experience, could be tested in high-pressure situations to see how quickly he adapts, reads the offense, and makes decisions in real time. Leaf, with his versatility and physical skill set, has the opportunity to expand his role and demonstrate what he can bring to the defense in both run support and coverage. Every moment these younger players spend on the field offers valuable insights, lessons that cannot be fully replicated in practice, and a clearer view of who may anchor the linebacker cores. In the years to come, this kind of real-game evaluation is essential as the team plans for off-season moves, draft priorities, and continued player development. The offensive line also demands attention as the season winds down. Injuries and performance inconsistencies have forced the coaching staff to experiment with various combinations, particularly at tackle. Tyler Gayton's absence and Nathan Thomas' starting opportunities have created a unique chance to assess the long-term potential of these players. Gayton's experience at left tackle and Thomas' potential at right tackle must be explored in live scenarios to determine where stability lies and which lineups offer the best protection for both the quarterback and the running game. While Terrence Steele has provided solid performances, relying solely on him is not ideal for long-term planning, and testing different configurations is a strategic necessity. These experiments allow coaches to understand how individual strengths translate into overall cohesion along the line, and any adjustments made now could prevent future issues when contracts, free agency, or draft considerations come into play. Offensive line play is often underappreciated, but it is the foundation of the entire offense, and getting accurate evaluations in these final games is critical for setting the team up for success next year. On the defensive front, the focus shifts to players like James Houston and other rotational ends. Houston has already shown promise as a situational pass rusher, and giving him more reps allows the team to evaluate whether he can become a more consistent contributor. With his youth and contract status, the potential upside is significant, making it a low-risk, high-reward experiment. Unlike some veterans whose performance has plateaued, Houston could emerge as a key part of the defensive line, expanding his role beyond sporadic plays and limited responsibilities. Sam Williams, meanwhile, has struggled to meet expectations this season, highlighting the need to provide younger players with more meaningful opportunities. By observing how Houston and others perform under live game conditions, the coaching staff can make informed decisions about long-term defensive strategies, rotations, and personnel priorities. Real game experience here is invaluable because it exposes strengths, weaknesses, and adaptability in ways practice alone cannot replicate. Tight ends also represent a critical evaluation point. In these remaining matchups, Luke Schoonmaker has displayed flashes of athleticism that could be developed into consistent contributions, while Brevin Spanford brings a different skill set that may complement or compete for the secondary tight end role. The final games allow coaches to determine the pecking order, assess compatibility with the quarterback, and identify which player can reliably contribute in both blocking and receiving situations. This kind of evaluation informs off-season decisions, shapes the depth chart for the next season, and provides insights into how the offensive scheme can be adjusted to maximize the strengths of available talent. Watching how these players perform in coverage, against blitzes, and in high-pressure situations offers a real-time understanding of what each can contribute to the team's offensive efficiency moving forward. Defensive backs, particularly young players, are also in the spotlight, with veterans likely to depart or face uncertain futures. It is imperative to evaluate emerging talent such as Maris Bell and Elijah Clark. Bell has faced challenges in run support and coverage, but more playing time could provide clarity on his potential as a consistent contributor. Clark, who has seen limited action, represents untapped upside, and integrating him in live game rotations allows coaches to gauge instinct, reaction speed, and decision-making under pressure. These insights are critical for off-season planning, roster decisions, and draft evaluations, providing a clear picture of how younger players can step into more significant roles. Practice squad call-ups, like Julius Wood, could also offer additional evaluation opportunities, giving coaches a broader understanding of the depth and talent available within the organization. Turning attention to the running backs, the final games of the season present a perfect opportunity to evaluate young talent like Jaden Blue, drafted in the 5th round out of Texas. Blue has had very limited opportunities this year, appearing in only a handful of matchups. The remaining games offer a window to see whether he has the skill set, vision, and decisiveness necessary to contribute meaningfully to the Cowboys' offense in the future. It is not about giving him token snaps, it is about assessing his ability to read defenses, make quick decisions in open space, and execute the fundamentals of both running and pass protection under real game pressure. Malik Davis could also see action alongside Blue, allowing for a side-by-side evaluation of their abilities. Observing how these young backs handle live competition, maintain ball security, and exploit openings in defensive alignments will provide a clearer picture of who might emerge as a dependable contributor moving forward. The lessons learned in these matchups will directly influence training camp battles, off-season roster decisions, and the strategic approach the Cowboys take toward developing running back depth for the coming seasons. Meanwhile, offensive line play remains central to evaluating both current performance and long-term potential. Nathan Thomas' time at right tackle, particularly if combined with Tyler Gayton's return to the left side, allows the coaching staff to examine how these players perform against high-level defensive talent, pass protection, run block execution, and adjustments to shifting defensive fronts are all being tested in live scenarios, and each snap provides insight into which configurations maximize stability and efficiency. While immediate results are valuable, the broader goal is understanding how versatile and reliable these linemen are over the long term. A cohesive, adaptable line directly influences quarterback development, running back effectiveness, and the overall fluidity of the offense, making every play a key piece of the evaluation process. The knowledge gained now ensures that next season begins with a clearer understanding of where strengths and vulnerabilities exist, helping to inform off-season acquisitions, draft strategy, and position coaching focus. On the defensive side, the emphasis continues to be on rotational players who have the potential to impact the pass rush and run defense. James Houston, in particular, represents a player with untapped upside, and giving him additional snaps allows the coaching staff to see whether he can consistently generate pressure, disrupt backfields, and contribute as more than just a situational specialist. observing Houston in different defensive alignments under varying offensive schemes, and in high-pressure moments provides an invaluable evaluation of both skill and football intelligence. Meanwhile, Sam Williams' limited production this season emphasizes the need to give younger or less utilized players a chance to prove themselves. Each game, each snap, becomes an audition for who can take on a larger role moving forward, ensuring that the Cowboys' defensive line remains competitive and adaptable in the seasons ahead. Tight ends continue to be a focal point for experimentation and evaluation. Luke Schoonmaker's athleticism, route running, and ability to make contested catches demonstrate potential, while Brevin Spanford's contrasting skill set provides flexibility in both passing and blocking situations, with the season's remaining matchups serving as the testing ground. Coaches can determine the pecking order, evaluate chemistry with the quarterback, and assess how each player reacts to pressure, coverage, and blitz scenarios. This not only informs off-season planning and potential roster adjustments, but also shapes the team's offensive scheme moving forward. By giving these players meaningful opportunities, the Cowboys gain insight into timing, positioning, and adaptability, all of which are critical to optimizing the tight end position in future campaigns. Defensive backs and secondary players are also under close observation as the team prepares for the future, with veterans such as Donovan Wilson likely to leave and L. Hooker's status uncertain. Evaluating emerging talent like Maris Bell and Elijah Clark becomes essential. Bell has shown inconsistency throughout the season, and the remaining games allow the coaching staff to better understand his ability to handle larger responsibilities, particularly in coverage and run support. Clark, who has seen very limited action, represents significant upside. Providing him with more reps in live game situations will reveal whether he can perform consistently under pressure, recognize offensive tendencies, and react instinctively to fast-changing plays. In addition, integrating practice squad players like Julius Wood for short stints provides a broader picture of the team's depth and potential contributors. These evaluations are crucial, as the insights gained now will shape off-season roster priorities, draft strategies, and player development plans, ensuring that the secondary remains competitive and dynamic in the years to come. Turning back to offensive skill positions, the focus also includes the interaction between young running backs and the offensive line. Jaden Blue and Malik Davis must navigate both run schemes and pass protection responsibilities, and observing how they respond to defensive pressure is critical. Decision-making, vision, agility, and ability to execute under live conditions reveal who possesses the traits necessary to become a dependable contributor. These snapshots provide actionable data for coaching staff, informing which players are prepared for expanded roles and which areas require further development in the offseason. This type of hands-on evaluation ensures that future offensive depth is built on performance, adaptability, and the ability to execute at a professional level. Before we roll on, subscribe to Cowboys Wire News, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Your support keeps the Dallas Cowboys updates coming. Tell us what you think in the comments. A storm seems to be brewing in Dallas, and it doesn't involve the scoreboard. Rumors have begun circulating that CeeDee Lamb, the star wide receiver for the Cowboys, has reportedly issued a shocking ultimatum that could shake the franchise to its core, according to sources close to the team. Lamb's message was clear and unambiguous. If a certain high-profile player, whose name has fans buzzing and social media aflame, joins the Cowboys, he will consider leaving the team. While the details remain murky, insiders suggest that the tension is rooted in more than just locker room dynamics. Lamb, widely regarded as one of the most talented and marketable players in the league, is said to have strong opinions about the team's strategy, culture, and the balance of power among its star athletes. His apparent warning has sparked a frenzy among fans, analysts, and rival franchises alike. Some view it as a calculated move to assert influence over the organization, while others see it as a reflection of deeper frustrations with management decisions. The speculation has only intensified as whispers of potential trades swirl. The Cowboys, already under pressure to maintain a competitive roster, could face an unprecedented dilemma: accommodate Lamb's demand, or risk losing one of their brightest offensive weapons. Front office sources have remained tight-lipped, fueling the rumor mill further. Social media is ablaze, with fans debating the legitimacy of the claims and imagining worst-case scenarios for the team's future. If Lamb truly follows through, it would mark a dramatic turning point in his career and in Dallas' recent trajectory. Some experts argue that his departure could trigger a chain reaction, impacting not only team chemistry, but also the franchise's plans for championship contention. On the other hand, supporters of the rumored newcomer argue that the potential acquisition could bring a new dynamic to the Cowboys' offense, making them even more formidable. If the fallout with Lamb can somehow be managed, for now, the situation remains an electrifying, unpredictable story, whether this is a strategic bluff or a genuine ultimatum. One thing is certain, Dallas is at the center of one of the NFL's most tantalizing and potentially explosive rumors. Fans, media, and rival teams alike will be watching closely, wondering if CeeDee Lamb's threat will become reality or if negotiations behind the scenes will prevent a seismic shakeup. Either way, the Cowboys' future could hinge on a single dramatic decision. That's a wrap from Cowboys Wire News. For breaking Cowboys updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Tell us your take in the comments.